well, let's get into the crux of what clarity really means and why the podcast is named Clarity. Trademark. Just kidding. The cup. The coffee cup. The signature of coming in hot, the podcast. I feel like I just thrive on coffee. So, more or less, live, survive, eat, breathe, die. Coffee. Coffee. So this episode is going to be called Breaking the Habit. And the word clarity, means a lot to a lot of people. But, after my stay in ye old nut house, which we'll discuss in a further episode, and I'll share you some, scary but fucked up stories. And in probably a humorous way, because at this point I've done dealt with the situation in itself and moved forward and kind of just okay with it. What am I going to do? So breaking the habit, get out of my stay, New Year starts, start a new job. And, in the end of all the shit that was going on, spent a lot of time dwelling and overthinking and doing what, depressed, frustrated people do at that time. Constantly thinking, what I've done wrong, what can I do better? How can I get better? How can I do better? What more can I improve? How can I literally break the habit? Brings me to, listening to some old Linkin Park songs. And for one, if you've listened to Linkin Park, or you know the story about Linkin Park or Chester Bennington and the situation that happened with him where he unalived himself, you take into consideration that when you go back now as an adult, when I listened to this shit 20 years ago, I was fucking 10, 15 years old, and, I'm like, breaking the habit. Love the shit, right? It's great, man. The music's fucking incredible. I love Linkin Park. I think they're absolutely incredible. They're a massive boon to their genre. They've absolutely just destroyed shows. Music videos are epic. Songs are epic. Lyrics are epic. Everything about them is epic. But going through what I went through and coming out of it, I remember this vividly. Vividly. You want to talk about a moment of clarity? I'm literally listening to Breaking the Habit, and gets to the end of the song in my headphones, walking through a fucking Home Depot, walking through a Home Depot, and I hear, I don't know what's worth fighting for or why I have to scream, but now I have some clarity to show you what I mean. I don't know how I got this way. I'll never be all right. So I'm breaking the habit. I'm breaking the habit. I'm breaking the habit tonight. So I'm listening to this and I'm like, there's that word clarity again. Now, I don't know if I said this in the previous video. I don't believe I did. But I felt this way. Clarity was the exact word that I used to describe my situation when I decided that I was done. I blame myself for what happened. I blame myself for not taking action. I ultimately just blame myself overall. So what I decided was, all right, cool. So because I'm the top of this shitty little triangle, I'm going to go ahead and just cut myself out of this situation, and I'm going to just go ahead. And I felt absolute pure clarity in the situation. I was okay with it. I had settled on that, my daughter wasn't going to have anybody, wasn't going to have her dad anymore. And, while not necessarily okay with it, because I broke down and cried a 1,000 times reading letters that I wrote. I was fucking terrified. I was just a fucking puddling mess. But to me, everyone in the situation was just better off. The chaos in my head reigned supreme, and I could not get myself out of this state of mind that I was like, you're the fucking problem. Don't be the problem anymore. But one thing that I didn't ever realize from this, and I thought about this later on as I escaped my clarity and had another moment of clarity in itself, was that the chaos in my brain while enacting that situation, all that does truly is transfer my chaos to everyone I care about. All of my loved ones, my friends, my family, my daughter, who, through years is going to be like, where's daddy? Where's daddy? And I saw a video the other day that was this little girl crying. Her dad had killed herself, had unalived himself. And she was like, I want daddy. Mom was like, well, daddy's not coming back. What do you mean daddy's not coming back? I need daddy to hug me. And that shit broke me. Shit was tough. That shit was hard. Because that could have been my little girl. Could have been my baby. My baby could have said those things about me. But here's the real fucking situation. The thing about clarity is that, and so I'm taking this straight from Genius's annotated notes. The two contributors were forgive me if I put this wrong, Adamak and DJ Botello, and they said despite having clarity, sounds like a positive thing. There's a very serious red flag in someone who was suicidal. A suicide is commonly preceded in the suicidal individual by what would come across to other people as a sudden cheerfulness, happiness, and calmness. If that happens, it means that the person is genuinely set to go through with it. Thus, the inspiration for this podcast in itself, in its purest form, is that, that situation, as awful, as fucking awful as it was, terrible, and stupid, really. It was stupid. I'm at a point in my life now that I understand how fucking dumb it was. And watching that little girl's video where she cries because her daddy unalived herself crushed me. Because that could have been me. That could have been my little girl. That could have been her bawling over me being gone. And she's 2. And she doesn't understand. She's about to be 3. And I would have missed that. But here's the thing. Clarity doesn't have to be an end-all, be-all. Clarity can be, I finally feel clear about my situation and I need this to change. Or clarity can be, I finally have purpose in my life again, like this can change. Or it can be, I finally know what I want to do in my life. I finally, my career path. Or, hey, I don't like this and I want to do this. And, clarity can mean so many things. So for it to be associated with such a terrible situation is awful. So I'm here. I got through that shit. And I went through that shit. And I sat in this fucking white-walled, one-windowed, no fucking TV, no shit fucking mattress bullshit rooms. And slept in this fucking cot for a week. And I just talked to God about my little girl. And I just said, bring me back to her. Because my purpose was that I needed to be there for her. Because no matter what, her mom can take care of her. Absolutely. Because, she's her fucking mother. She should be able to take care of her. And she can. But she needs me too. And I'm not taking anything away from any member of her family, from grandparents or aunts and uncles or her mom or anyone whatsoever. I will never take anything away from that. But that little girl needs me too. So they always say that, unaliving is a selfish act. And, there's times that I've thought, that's stupid because you don't know what somebody's going through. But me stripping myself out of my little girl's life because of shit that I didn't do, shit that I did not cause, really honestly, shit I wasn't really even involved in is fucking stupid. And it is selfish. Because instead of just standing up and doing what I needed to do or handling things or confronting situations, instead I was like, I blamed myself and I allowed myself to just continue to go downward and downward and downward and spiral and go away to the point where I was like, well, fuck it. I mean, fuck it. Fuck me. See ya. I'm out. Chuck up the deuces and fucking dip. So I had 2 moments of clarity. The first one came when I wrote my daughter a note that said, Daddy loves you, and I'm sorry I'm not here. And then I had another one when I sat back, when I came back, and this idea came up. And I listened to Breaking the Habit, and he's like, I'm like, damn, I said, this is crazy. Like, this is absolutely crazy to me that it's true. I'm not the only person that's felt this way. I know I'm not. Because other people have gone through with it. People go through this shit every single fucking day. I was in a place with people who did the same shit. But you know what though? None of those people went through with it. Because they're not done yet. And neither the fuck am I. I will never let anyone else's actions spur me to make a decision about myself that I am not directly involved in. And I will never let it strip me of the ability to be able to spend time with the people and the persons that mean the fucking most to me. There is too many good things ahead of me with my daughter that I would have missed. And as selfish and stupid as it be, missing football games, missing daddy-daughter dances, missing a wedding, potentially, missing little lunch dates at school, missing dance competitions, missing all this shit. For what reason? That alone is my fucking purpose. To be everything I possibly can be for that little girl. To be the best example to her that I could possibly be as her dad, for a man she may date someday, as her protector, as, her provider, whatever she needs. I need to be the best fucking example that I could ever be for that little girl. That is what the fuck I need to do. And I cannot do that shit if I am not here. So, fuck the word clarity and fuck its meaning to mean that, oh, hey, well, I finally feel good about it. Let's just go ahead and do this shit. No. Fucking no. Take another fucking moment and find a different fucking place to go. Be different. Break the fucking habit. Don't be the same. Don't find your clarity and be like, all right, cool. I'm good with it. I'm gone. Because somebody fucking needs you. And it may not be a little girl. It may not be a little boy. It may not be your wife. It may not be your mom. It may not be your dad. But someone on this fucking planet needs you or your story. And I hope to God that my story lives on for somebody. This shit hits somebody in the chest and they go, fuck. That's the clarity that I needed. That's the clarity that they needed. I hope I'm that person. Maybe I'm not. I might fucking reach 3 people in my entire life. Fuck if I care. Whatever. I don't do this shit for recognition or fame or fortune or money. I don't give a shit about that. What I fucking care about is that someone who needs to hear this will. And like the devil took me to my fucking edge and tried to break me and thought he did it. So he was just like, he's good. Just a little nudge. And he went, whoop. And my ass wasn't there anymore because I fucking got out. And I said, no, We're not doing this shit. My little girl needs me. My family needs me. My brothers and sisters need me. My friends need me. Somebody fucking needs me. Somebody hopefully on the other end of this fucking video needs me too. And guess what? I'm right fucking here. And I'm not going back. And I'm not going to that shit again. I'm not going through that shit again. That fucking mental institution stay was a fucking worst experience of my fucking life. It was also the most useless. The only thing it did for me was inspire me to want to get the fuck out, get back to my life, and do what I needed to do for the people that that needed me. Trust me, you don't want to fucking go there. You don't. I promise. Shit sucks. We'll talk about that on another episode. Not there yet. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Unfortunately for Chester Bennington, he did what he felt like was right. And his music has really teased that his entire career. As a person that was in that state of mind listening to this music at the same time, it's easy to see. It's kind of fucked up. They even released a new song recently from Meteora, and it was called Lost, and dead ass, same shit. It's fucking crazy. R.I.P. Chester. Damn, you're so good. Even if he wasn't. But what I can tell you is that you can come back. You can find your peace, your motivation, your one thing that you need to bring you back. You can always find it. Mine was my daughter, and I love her dearly. And she is the greatest, most precious little thing on planet Earth, and I wouldn't trade her for anything. Spunky, fiery personality, just so great. You know, the I love you daddies never get old. Sometimes they just come for no reason. I love you, daddy. Thank you, daddy. I'm like, oh my God, just melted. Oh my God, melted. Ugh. So precious. So, you know, breaking the habit, finding clarity. The devil took me to the edge and let me go. He fucked up. Because now I get to sit here and do this with you. And you, and you, and you, and whoever else. Share this with anybody. Somebody might need it. Shit, somebody you don't even fucking know might need it. And I'm just here to try to be a small light in a situation and bring light to a situation that absolutely fucking sucks. To be bluntly honest. Somebody needs to hear this. Maybe your friend, family, maybe you. Someone you know needs to hear this. But clarity is not the end. You can find clarity and find the end, or you can find clarity and find a new beginning. I've done both. So walk with me on this journey. Let's talk about it some more. I'm going to dive into the second song on the next episode that kickstarted and spurned this little journey as well, and the rebrand and everything else. I still haven't even done a Super Bowl episode, but I'll get there. Just Like You, NF will be the next episode. If you need something, say something. Call me. Text me. Put a message on this thing. Go to my friggin' TikTok. Go to YouTube. Go to wherever. I don't give a shit where you go to. Find the Facebook page. Find me on fucking Facebook. I don't give a fuck. But if you needed to hear this, and someone did, come with me. We'll get through this together. I'll help. I'm not scared. I've been there. I've been to the edge of hell, and I have come back. So let me show you the way. On that note, guys, till next time.